tell me about like Oregon and how you end up getting from Oregon to SNU.
Yeah, so you mentioned coming to church. So I'm a pastor here in Oklahoma City. I'm the associate pastor at Oklahoma City First Church of the Nazarene, where I was an intern my senior year at Southern Nazarene University. Mm-hmm. So I've been at this church for 18 and a half years, which is pretty rare to have that kind of longevity in one local church as a pastor. But I got here because I grew up in the Church of the Nazarene. The Church of the Nazarene has, I think 7 colleges in the USA, Canada, mm-hmm. and handful of them, not all of them, have golf programs. But at the time, in 1998, when I was graduating high school, the best team was from Southern Nazarene University. At the time, they were ranked 3 in NAIA, kind of always went to nationals. Pretty good team, great coach. Coach Holsey was kind of legendary Hall of Famer. And I actually, this is the story that how I got to SNU. I wanted to play golf at Point Loma Nazarene University, which is in Pasadena.
It's on the beach and it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's on the beach. It's right on the beach. I always dreamed about playing year-round golf. Was a pretty good golfer in high school. Won my region twice. Didn't win state as an individual. My team won state my junior year. Mm-hmm. I was pretty competitive in my area.
Yeah.
I wasn't a D1 player, but I was good enough to probably play at a D2 school or NAIA school. And I wanted to play for a Nazarene school. So Nazarene kid, wanted to go to Nazarene school, and went on I was supposed to go on a visit to Point Loma for a recruiting visit, but it happened to be Super Bowl weekend in San Diego, and there just was not a hotel room to be bought. So my dad said, "Hey, we're gonna go look at another school. You can't lock into one school because what if you don't like it, or what if it's not for you? What if they don't want you?" So we went to Oklahoma,
of all places.
I was like, I do not want to play golf year round in Oklahoma. We flew in. I had never seen a place so flat. I mean, I remember when we landed the plane, I was like, what? And there's not even a hill. I mean,
it's
it was
probably
just
the same
so
experience
flat.
that I had too.
Yes,
like
exactly.
Wales and Oregon are probably very close together.
Yeah, so I was kind of blown away by it. I remember I saw gasoline for 68 cents, and I was just I took a picture of it. But my recruiting visit was incredible. Mm-hmm. Stayed with Damian Mitchell, who I'm still friends with today. Still golf with today once a year on a kind of this big golf outing we call Dad Prom. And Damian was an incredible host. I had so much fun, and Coach Holsey was inspiring and a great recruiter and wanted me on the team, and I just had a great experience. Not even around golf, but just campus life. I loved just how I saw the campus interact with one another, and there was a culture there that really excited me. And then I went to Point Loma on my recruiting visit and was like, oh, if SNU is this good, how good is Point Loma going to be? But the coach at Point Loma really wasn't interested in having me on the team. He didn't really have a lot of scholarship spots left. And all they talked about was the view. And I was like, yeah, I love the beach, but I think that college needs to be more than about just location.
Yeah.
And so I got home. I was like, man, no question, I'm going to go play golf at SNU. They want me. I loved the culture, super excited. Signed my letter of intent, pictures in the paper. I came from a really small town called Ontario, Oregon, which is about 10,000 people or so. Signed my letter of intent, super pumped to go.
Yeah.
And the next week, the week after I signed my letter of intent, I got a notice from Point Loma that I'd received a full ride scholarship.
Oh, you're kidding me.
For all 4 years. See,
I didn't know that.
I cared much more about golf, but I was the valedictorian of my high school. I had a bunch of service hours, had pretty good scores on some of those tests. And I remember getting it and having to check no. Like, no, I'm not accepting a full ride scholarship.
To the beach, basically.
To the beach, yes. And I was like, what have I done? And I remember, that moment of just oh, this was this fork in the road. I was either going to go to Oklahoma or California. My whole life I wanted to go to California to play golf. And now I'm going here. So there was a moment of
right.
But
am I doing the right thing?
Yeah, but at the time, there's no way that I, as a Smith, am going to call the coach and hey, I went out of my letter of intent. I'm just not going to do it. And I wanted to play golf in college. That was the biggest deal. Academics mattered to me very little compared to being a college golfer. We've talked about that quite a bit through the years, how much it means and how much you want to extend your playing career officially. And so that was my dream and my goal.